Oh boy.
We're already recording. I feel like I'm polluting the podcast by being
We
on.
don't even. This is my show. I run this show. Mitchell, I'm sorry that our draft got interrupted. These guys were early.
Yeah, but so Evan, what's the name
Was
of the
your
podcast
draft
again?
going to be like 5 minutes? You were
Shamefully
like barely
early. We've just had a couple early birds throw a turd in the punch bowl, and we're dealing with that awkward shame fest now. And now I'm back. We're going to sort things out. We got everything under control.
This already seems too Ahab. I shouldn't have said we do it this way.
I was okay. So here's my plan. I actually was going Ahab, and I noticed it, and so I'm like, okay, I got 45 minutes. I'm going to take a shower. I'm going to play a little Magic, but then I got distracted and impulsive, so I started playing Magic. Then Mitchell fucked up my whole day by texting me about Magic, and I can never say no to that because he's the only friend I have who plays Magic. So I'm like, all right, let's do this right now. And then
That's my fault.
Well.
I'm not really Ahab, or I'm just giving all of you.
Prove it.
I'm just
do 10 jumping jacks right now.
I'm just taking the
No,
piss.
we're doing burpees. Fuck jumping jacks.
Oh
No,
shit.
I'm one of those really disgusting middle-aged fat white people who pays exorbitant amounts of money to a personal trainer to drag a dirty tire around a bougie part of a college town. That's what I do every Saturday morning. So I was hauling a tire back and forth.
One of the big ones? The big.
Like a tractor.
Oh
tire.
no, a small tire, like a tire that would go on like a Volkswagen Beetle.
I like the big ones the football guys flip. You know what I'm talking about?
I'm not in that. I'm not strong enough.
You got to steal them off a construction vehicle.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, you jack it up, pop it off.
This was just like somebody's spare tire on their car.
Lame.
Yeah, well, that's what I did, and I watched.
So have we started? Is this?
Yeah.
Are we?
We can whenever. I mean,
I'm not breaking podcast
That
rules.
sounds like Ahab. Whatever. I don't even care about this podcast.
I'm Jesus Christ.
well, I want Mitchell to know, so someone knows that I'm the one who got us back on track and initiated this podcast because morale was dwindling, and Mike and Adam.
I think we just need to let Evan just keep on going here.
The thing is, because I use my phone for the Zoom, I can't go in the group text without fucking with the meeting. But I don't think that's true.
I am the one that sent the text that said, "Hey, we should do a podcast." This time, I was the person who did that.
So I think that means this is actually an episode of Evan's movie podcast featuring Mike.
Have you guys done that before?
No, that's sacrilegious.
Mitchell, I want you to know you're a fan. You've probably seen the ones Mike and I did without Evan. Do you know who's?
I haven't.
I've seen some of those, or at least one.
What movies did you guys do?
It doesn't fucking matter.
I don't even think those made it up on the YouTube page.
They were on the Real channel, which is the one Mike runs for his Real podcast without Evan.
Well, I'm not privy to that.
Yeah, no, we did. It was Johnny Mnemonic and Predator 2.
Oh yeah, I watched the Johnny Mnemonic one, I think.
You know what I'm going to do is I'm going to stop recording and have this be its own pre-podcast show that only gets shared.
This is for the Patreon subscribers. This is the
Right.
bonus.
Yeah, in true podcast fashion, I was just thinking of making a plug for Mike's Movie Podcast Live, where the majority of the cast is maybe on location. Maybe it's a holiday special for all in Wisconsin or something at some point. That'd be fun to do. You still have a Zoom thing set up, so it's just like everyone in a living room or something.
No, it has to be out of a gazebo. I want to do it in James Madison Park or something.
Yeah, there you go. That'd be good.
I was thinking maybe we could rent out the Orpheum or something too.
Not a bad idea.
No, rent it. They ought to go there.
Right. Yeah. We could sell t-shirts.
It would be fun if you had special short-term guests come on once in a while.
That's
not just what's that? Yeah, like me, but I would call in or whatever. All right, now we're gonna have this part of the show.
I have the thought that's crossed my mind a little bit. is to like making the podcast like a little bit more official, because I think that I've gotten a taste of success from getting over 1,000 views on Major Pain.
Half of those are
I bet
mine.
we could get this podcast regularly getting thousands of viewers.
Well,
Not tens of
Easily.
thousands, but thousands of viewers.
Methodology to keep the views going.
I mean,
Baby
I
steps.
still haven't. Mike, if you can tell me the formula for why the Major Pain video has that many views and none of the others do, I think maybe we might be onto something. But to this day, I still don't understand.
My guess as to what happened would be like maybe there was some other like, I don't know, Ain't It Cool News or whatever that had like, you know, Damon Wayans week and whatever, you know, Major Pain was featured in that, and there, we just like happened to like piggyback on some burst of notoriety.
But as we talked about, that's happened to us multiple times, and it didn't bump the numbers at all. It happened with Real Men. There's been multiple episodes where a bit high-profile magazine does a thing about it, like within a month or two of us doing it, and we saw like no bump from that.
Do we know? Did the analytics tell you how long, like the average view time is or anything on the video?
They said everybody watched it 3 times in a row without stopping.
They watched the entire, 97 minutes.
Well, that's what I was wondering. Like, I was thinking maybe like at some point, when people were searching for Major Pain on YouTube, this for whatever reason was before the actual movie, so people just clicked it as they were trying to rent it or whatever.
Yeah, maybe we didn't. I don't remember if we looked up. Maybe our podcast was exactly the same length as the movie, so people were trying to find
maybe that's your new technique.
Oh, here it is.
Yeah. The thing is though, I know that there are some other podcasts that we've had. I think Evan, some of our like Aussie drafts and whatnot had like actual people that commented on them.
Right. It's true.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
I mean, there's more to this than just a fart and a prayer. Okay, guys. I mean, we've got something special.
Thank you for clarifying.
Yeah. I will say back when I was in 7th grade, I had an Angel Fire website. And that website just was me basically finding jokes that I liked and putting them on the website. And there was, and I had one of the hit counters on the bottom of the page to let you know how many unique views. And I remember like one day I went from like 50 views to like 700 views because somehow my website ended up getting linked to another website, which was like the Angel Fire featured site of the day. And that's what spiked the traffic there. And I can tell you what a thrill that was. But I think that maybe a similar thing there.
Yeah, I have to say, I'm just looking back at the numbers. Yeah, Major Pain is at 8,000 views.
Damn.
Which is about 7,970 more views than our next most viewed podcast.
Yeah. Well, and I am interested in the analytics of like how much people were watching that.
I did. So let me open it up. It's not long, but it's like not super short either.
And
I want to say the average duration was like 6 minutes or something like that.
Yeah, that sounds about. Well, I wonder what the overall average duration is of movies. I bet 6 minutes is probably the average duration for Night Nurses from Jersey.
Save it for the actual podcast. I got a lot to say about it.
Well, no, this is again, like you mentioned, this is the Patreon stuff. So it's been recorded. So if people really want to see this, I guess
they can pay up.
There's a way for it.
My second most viewed video is me playing the Megadeth Tornado of Souls guitar solo, which is to be expected.
That's badass.
My theory, and I think if this theory is right, we're on track. Little Big League to be another hit. Is even though to us, obviously, Major Pain is a huge deal. I think a lot of the other movies we talk about, either because they're new or they're more cult things, like I think there's just more people talking about it. I think when you talk about 90s kid penis boys bullshit, there's fewer people talking about it. So the threshold of anyone Googling for it gets them to us more than movies that get over talked about. And on Letterboxd, my favorite website that no one else uses, I can tell you that based on that as a rubric of movies people talk about, fucking no one's talking about Little Big League. There's like one person I know on Letterboxd that has ever reviewed it, and they were just like, pretty good baseball movie for the family. Like that's the only content.
That's a
It's a
terrible
niche
movie.
market.
It is a very niche market. Well, there were a handful of movies that came out around the same time, and they all have the exact same formula. And I'm thinking of 3 in particular.
Are we doing the real podcast now? I'm confused about that. I'm
Yeah,
saving my good
I
shit.
think-
Mike hasn't introduced it. It's not
Yeah,
real.
Mike's in charge.
I think we can stop this recording.
We'll have to be, yeah, you need a clear separation.
Yeah, get on, and then I can do the full introduction.
I just
And-
did this